entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Turn the music up, turn me down. Cool.
What's going on, man? So we back with another one, and I told y'all we wasn't playing. I'm girded up. Let's get into it.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
Somebody get that at name for me.
My nigga.
Fellas, what's going on? So we back, man. Welcome back to Crown Talk. Depending on how long these videos be, because I understand we live in a world of TikTok brain. Not to say that my fellas that's coming to this channel, first off, big 72 subscriber as we speak right now. Yo, y'all is showing up and showing out. I'm gonna need y'all to keep doing that, man. I'm gonna need y'all to keep sharing it with a friend, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need y'all to keep doing what y'all doing, especially showing other dudes, other community, that men as a whole is tired of the red pill movement. And when I say the red pill movement, once again, I explained it. If you don't get it and you not understanding where I'm coming from, the last video explains red pill wear versus a red pill incel. And if you haven't seen it, I suggest you go back and watch it, because episode 2 and 3 is when I really start seeing the subscribers and the views start to shoot up. So that must have meant that I was on to something. And the edit, you know, the production, it's all me, but I wouldn't be nothing. Sorry, I wouldn't be nothing without you guys. So keep showing up and showing out. Before we get into it, literally, the feeling of other men supporting other men is the best thing that I've never really experienced this, because women stick together. Women are the biggest consumers. Even if they're telling each other lies, they still stick together. Y'all dudes really showed up and showed out, and I truly appreciate it, and we're gonna keep running it up. A little bit about that day. I woke up, I had 13 subscribers, and I was happy with that. Don't get it messed up, because the page has only been live. I think this is day 5, and we already 3 episodes in, or whatever the case may be. And I meant what I said about the consistency part. I meant that to the T, because this is much needed. I've had conversations with other fellas, and they were like, the direction that the red pill is going is not something that they want to subscribe to. So I'm like, damn. So I finally got it. It was my this my purpose. This is why I was called. This is gonna be it, right? And then before I was about to go to bed, I had 72 subscribers. That's crazy. And if you do the math, what is that? What is that, like 60 in a day? Alright, we ain't gonna get too sentimental. Going back to the topic at hand. Now, this may be a 2-part or a 3-part, depending on how long the videos are going to be. Once again, not to mention, I'm not complaining. I do all my own production, I do all my own editing, and I want to keep it, and I want to keep it going, and I want to stay on topic. I understand that people have TikTok break. No matter how good my content is, for some people, smaller is better. I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to hinder it being smaller just to appease a minority, because if it's long and it's informational and it can catch you, that's why the production is important as well. Also, moving forward is not necessary, but it's appreciated. Cash App link if y'all want to support me. Once again, it's not necessary, but it's appreciated. I'm not begging. I'm not like Kevin Samuels. Not to say Kevin was begging, right? But when he would have his shows or his live streams, he'd be like, yo, I need them likes and I need a certain amount of donos. That's not my purpose. But there is still things that I want to add to this, cause y'all, for the people that subscribe, right, that I've reached out personally to, because I've reached out personally to a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all know me in real life. Y'all know what type of dude I am, right? Y'all see the value already, or whatever the case may be. So when I get monetized, because I think it's going to happen pretty fast, especially the way I'm going to be putting out these videos. When I get monetized, the membership is literally going to be $199. One tier, and that's the highest tier. So it ain't going to be, because I value y'all viewership. I value that y'all are engaged. I value that it's men sticking together. That's what I value. This channel was started to empower and stop following these red pill leaders, incels. Some of them are incels, some of them are red pill weird. It's a difference. Once again, if you haven't seen the videos, the last video before this one, excuse me. But like I said, it's not necessary, but it's appreciated, and it helps me move things along. I'm trying to add a soundboard or whatever the case may be. I'm grinding day in and day out or whatever. Everything that you see that I own production wise is my dime. Of course, it's my dime. Any type of donation, any type of support in that way goes towards this channel and moving forward. I want to get a soundboard. Eventually, I'm probably going to get an editor, so that way I could be shooting it out. I got, you know what I'm saying, for my guys that want to see, or not even my guys, because there's ladies here too. You know, ladies is invited too to get this game. That's what the other channel going to be, for the messy stuff. But right over here, this is men-centric development, understanding how you need to move and need to be in this climate to get the woman into find purpose and get your purpose and things that you want to do or whatever. It's a certain way you gotta move. You know, it's a rarity of men going into the subject. You see how I did that so smooth? Going into the subject, it's a rarity of men called the Sigma male. Now, it's levels to it. The levels I'm going to show you. Now, it's a high tier Sigma and it's a mid tier Sigma. There is no low tier Sigma because they're so rare. So in order to be a Sigma in the first place, you got to think a certain way. You got to move a certain way. You got to be a certain type of man. You never have problems getting a woman or whatever the case be. You don't mind being alone. You don't mind putting in the work for yourself. And it takes a particular type of woman to even interest a Sigma. But the Sigma is the balance between the alpha and the beta. And basically have the ability to switch set in between the alpha and the beta. Because think about it, right? A lot of the red pill, that's all I can go off. A lot of the red pill dudes tell you that being a beta is just this, that, and it's just horrible. You are a nut or whatever the case may be, right? That's not necessarily true. Being as though the Sigma can switch set, sometimes being a beta, and I know this sounds crazy, but sometimes being a beta is what allows you to, if you got a woman, you know what I'm saying, to basically have some type of humility. You can't always just be a straight alpha in a situation. That's just like your daughter and your son, depending on what type of man you is, your daughter and your son. If your daughter falls over and gets a boo-boo and she's screaming like it's the worst thing in the world, you're going to try to comfort her in a coddling type of way. Whereas though your son, you probably going to be like, get up, little nigga, dust yourself off. You're going to acknowledge his pain, but you're going to tell him if it doesn't hurt, get up, dust yourself off, go finish playing. Which is actually messed up, and the reason why we got the cycle that we got now, because it's basically a thing of boys don't cry. That's something for a whole nother time. So do you see where I'm going with this at? We got so much to work on. We don't even have time to really worry about the red pill stuff. We so far worried about what these city girls, these single baby moms, and there are good single baby moms that made bad decisions, but they want to rectify that. There are good women out there or whatever, but there's a lot of chameleons, and you let them talk, you be around them, you hear them out, they will eventually tell on themselves. I've seen it too many. I'm lying, I didn't see it too many times. I've seen it 3 times. 3 could be too many, 2 could be too many, but I've seen it where these women are quote unquote feminine, but then, you know, the hyena comes out when they don't get what they want or they feel some type of way. Because you also have to remember that a lot of these women, their dads wasn't present. So when you, the Sigma, a real man, comes up, things that you do is misconstrued as controlling, and that's not how you're supposed to treat a woman. But that's what this channel once again is based on, knowing how you're supposed to move and knowing that the love that you provide, the wisdom that you provide, the way you move about is the correct way to move as a man, so it ain't no need to question your masculinity. Because masculinity is under attack. Once again, that's a video for another time. But let's get straight into it, and I'm going to explain the levels of the Sigma.
Men that are very charismatic, they know how to talk to women, or they got money, they got bread, they got some type of leadership qualities. All the women want them, and so their option syndrome is literally up here. And so the dating process with them is a little bit more difficult to really stand. Are they intentional, or is this what they do? You know, so that was kind of my issue, right? Or because these men are professionals, okay? So they know what to say, how to say it.
Thank you for that, Kayla. She said these men are professionals.
So before I let him cook, that's Medium Man. His link is in my description. If you want to go over to his channel, whatever the case may be. I like this dude. The reason why I like him is because his channel is kind of like mine's is, but he's catered towards the black men or whatever the case may be. I'm catered towards all men. He brings stats and statistics. Ain't nobody on the internet messing with him when it comes to that. Like he's truly hit a goal at that. Like with the Pew Research, this, that, and the third. He's a very well established man. Like I said, his link gonna be in the bio. I like him. Now, what he about to go into, he also gonna have somebody explaining the Sigma male, right? And I have a woman explaining the Sigma male and what they see and what they want. Kind of how she did it, but it's way more in depth, and we're going to get into that, and we're going to let him finish cooking. But remember what I said. I'm going to tell you, there's levels to it. It's the mid tier and it's the high tier. And to me, the way he talks, he's definitely a high tier Sigma.
Those are the guys, and when I say good guy game, there is no such thing. Good guys don't have game. They simply have lifestyle. I was that guy when I was on the dating market. And what you would consider a Sigma male. If you guys don't know what a Sigma male is, I'll let this young man describe it for you.
You might be a Sigma male. They are known as the rarest males on Earth, which makes them irresistible to women. We used to think that there was only alpha and beta, where alphas are at the top, and then betas are at the bottom. But Sigmas are almost like a cheat code. They are at top with the alphas, but they are outside of the hierarchy. One of the biggest signs that you're a Sigma is that you love being alone, but you still value others. Sigmas are never more comfortable than when they are alone. They might be viewed as introverted, and you also value people close to you, but it might be difficult to establish relationships. Another sign you're a Sigma is if you treat everybody the same. Sigmas reject the idea that you need to treat one person one way and other people another way, and this could make others dislike you. The last sign is that Sigmas are silent. They don't really talk about the little things in their lives, which makes women naturally find you mysterious and attractive.
It's very simple. I am not loud with the things that I do. I am very honest. And like I told you guys before in the whole breakdown of the Sigma male dynamic, these men fly under the radar. They're not like alphas that are going to be overt. Everybody knows them. With Sigmas, they fly under the radar because they are very honest for one, and they also don't kiss and tell. These are not the guys that are going to boast in public and tell you all of their escapades that they've had with women.
Do you hear what he said? So, I'm not going to let him tell you the things he used to do. I'm gonna explain them just to speed up the process. But you heard what he said. The biggest thing, one of the things he said, we ain't talkers. Every man should exhibit that. Every man should exhibit behaviors of not bragging, boasting, kissing, and telling. First of all, when you kiss and tell, not only that could possibly make you lose access to what you're already getting, but it can make you lose access to future prospects. When you deal with a woman, right? When you deal with a woman and you move in silence or whatever the case may be, literally you can, like I said, it sets it up for future things. When you kiss and tell, oh, he talk too much, I have been successful because I don't talk so much. I am very honest. If I have an issue, I'm gonna fix it. I ain't gonna do too much. We ain't worried about being the stars because we are the star. We're just a solid star or whatever. We not worried about having everything. We just want what we want or whatever. We're happy. We're humble. We treat everybody the same. The reason what made him on a different level, and some of you guys may actually be on this level, but I'm mid-tier, I can tell you that now. What made him on a different level is when he was on the dating market, is because he would leave out, he would take chicks to pick out candles, and he's in the military, so he could use the excuse of, well, I'm only going to be here for the weekend, or whatever the case may be. Spend the weekend with her, whatever, have some slippers out for her, had some slippers out for her, basically make it feel home. Pick out some things in the third. I've never had my own place where as though I could be at that level. I've had roommates or I was in a relationship. Like, I've never actually lived that bachelor pad lifestyle. So that put him up here. So he didn't even have to worry about it. And he take care of himself as well. Now that's what makes me mid-tier as well. He takes care of himself. He's only 5'8". Now, if I was on a dating market as well, and I moved how he moved, as far as, actually living that bachelor lifestyle, whatever the case may be, me and him would be neck and neck because I am 6'2", and I'm stacked. He's 5'8", never had an issue with getting women. So he has a nice body, take care of himself, and he has a nice place, clean cut dude, got a little change or whatever. He not even going to be around a certain woman. So that made him like S tier. And I'm a mere mortal. I was A tier. Now I'm gonna let Shorty cook. And that's just gonna be part 1. Y'all gonna have to come back for part 2 of the Sigma Male series. That's what we call it, the Sigma Male series. We'll come back for the Sigma Male series. And with this, and the point that I'm gonna be driving home is, you definitely want to be this type of man opposed to an alpha. The Sigma is versatile. The Sigma exists outside of the hierarchy. That's something in itself should be what a man is trying to strive to be.
Good morning, my good TikTok family, okay? Let's get right into these Sigma males, the most deadly of the archetype. Want to know why? Because you can't play with him. Look right here. You ever notice in 19th century psychology, or we can go to psychology to get today's rating list of the archetypes? Did you notice that the Sigma male and the alpha male are head to head, but the Sigma male is not even on the list? Want to know why? Because the Sigma male is only 6% of the population. I mean 6%. The alpha male is not the one that's a rarity. The Sigma male is 6% of the population because, let me tell you why. He's the only one in the whole hierarchy list that can meet you where you are for real. Meaning, the Sigma male is a conformist, and not in a negative way. Meaning, if you think you're going to be overbearing, he can give you alpha. If you're going to be underbearing, he can give you beta. If you're going to show up balanced, he can give you sigma. He can also be gamma. He can also be delta, but he is such a rarity that he sits head to head with the alpha male, and even psychology can't even categorize this old rarity of a fine ass, blue fire ass Sigma male.
Look, she said it. So y'all gonna have to come back for the rest. Y'all gonna have to come back for part 2. But y'all, listen, y'all see where I'm going with this. She said it, man. Let's get it.